What's up, America? Neil here from Geauga Firearms Academy. Thanks for watching. From time to time when I'm not on duty or teaching a class, wherever the case is, I'm here doing work, getting ready for another class or getting set up some gear, whatever the case is, and I realize there's a lot of stuff that I do that you guys may actually find very helpful. So today I'm just setting up a holster, an inside the waistband holster, and I'm taking off certain attachments to it and putting the ones that I like. I'll walk you through some of the things I do, some of the steps that I take, and maybe something that's helpful in the future for you guys. So let's get started. All right, so what I'm basically doing today is I have the new the 320, the SIG 320. It's totally stock except for the X carry grip, which I like. Nonetheless, it's a basic 320, and so what we're going to do here is we're going to change the holster. I just got a 320 holster in, and as you can see right now it's set up for outside the waistband. It's a very conforming holster, so it still fits tight to the body, but I would prefer to be inside the waistband to make it a little bit more concealable for me. I happen to have another holster here that I have many of, and I don't need this particular one, but I do like the setup. So I'm going to be taking these inside the waistband loops and attaching them to this holster, and I'm going to show you everything I do and how I do that and how we set these holsters up. One of the things this particular holster, and I'm going to bring in a local holster guy because I'm a big fan of trying to support local companies. And I have a guy who makes really good holsters, and we'll bring him in. On this particular holster, it has a tension device or retention device where you can turn the screw here to tighten or loosen, and that's completely up to you and your preference on how tight you want it. Typically, for my holsters, I want it to be where there's a little bit of a retention click there. I can hold the edges there, the gun will not come out, but yet it has a nice smooth draw. And so you're going to adjust that to where you want. Now, when we're talking about the screws and tightening and attaching things, I always recommend Loctite. Now, I wanted to show you two different types because honestly it's confusing. There is a blue and a red, all right? And what's funny is, for whatever reason, Loctite puts them both in a red container. So unless you look closely, the blue Loctite is removable, okay? And the red one is what they call high strength. Typically what will happen if you use don't ever use high strength on guns and stuff, then unless you never want whatever you put on to come off. But if you do use high strength on holsters, what will happen is in the back of on the back of the screw for your holsters, there's a I'm not a holster maker, I don't know what it's called, but some type of bushing where that screws into, okay? Well, when you use permanent Loctite, it will lock in there super tight, and so when you go to take them apart, that just spins, and then it becomes kind of a problem because you have to find a big screwdriver to try to lock that down and then try to use a drill or something to break it free. So generally, it's unnecessary. So the blue stuff is generally what you want to go with. You simply shake it up and put it on the threads and screw it in. Not a big deal. So when it comes to the retention portion, once I got the setting where I wanted, I backed it out, put some blue lock thread, did it again, and then locked it in. So now this will not back itself out over long-term use. All right. So once again, we're going to take these outside the waistband loops off, and we're going to exchange them for these type of inside the waistband loops. So let's see how this works. Get this out of the way here. And the high strength I was just showing you. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to take these outside the waistband clips off, or loops off. I'm not really concerned where they are on this holster because I'm not putting them on this one. I'm taking them off. I'm going to put them on here. So the first thing we're going to do is remove these. Now, what I find the quickest way typically, if you didn't use high strength Loctite, is I just put a drill on there and just put my finger on the base there to keep it from spinning. And that one is spinning in my finger. Okay, so that one was easy. This one is still pretty stuck in there. So what sometimes you're going to have to do is put a screwdriver back there. What I'm going to need to do is get a flathead screwdriver, a pretty wide one. Okay, and I'm just going to use that. And on the back, like I said, I'm not exactly sure what they call these, but this will fit right in that slot right there, keep it from turning so that I can back it out the rest of the way. Now that we got that loose enough, we can take those out. On this particular loop here, There's lots of different settings there, so we can move it in any position we want depending on where we want to sit it in our holster, what angle we want our holster to be, and how deep or how high we want it to ride. On the back of these, you're going to have these rubber spacers, these grommets or O-rings. Okay, so don't lose those. You're going to need your screws, and then these little what they screw into, the whatever the heck that thing's called. I don't know. Anyway. So then we're going to start taking off these here. Same process here. We're just going to basically unscrew them, and these should be pretty simple. There we go, because they weren't. There's no Loctite from the factory. Drop these guys out. One trick I like to use, I always like to have a nice sharpened pencil when I'm doing this, because sometimes I want to mark things. So in this particular case, since these are going to be significantly different than these as far as where they're going to be placed, because these are kind of attached at the bottom or these are attached right at the top, it's really not going to make that big of a difference. But sometimes if they're going to be similar style and I like where it's set up height-wise, I may go back here and mark that it was on this hole and this hole or wherever it was, so that I know how that's going to transfer to the new holster. Or if I'm just taking these off and placing on new ones, sometimes I just like to mark them as I adjust them to find out which ones I like. I'm going to give you a good example right here. These two, the Loctite is very, very strong in this one. It was probably the red Loctite. Here's what I'm talking about. When I go to unscrew these, rather than the screw unloosening from the back of that bracket, you'll see it just spins it, right? So again, I'm going to have to get a screwdriver back in there to prevent that from turning and then break that free. So that's why it becomes a hassle. You can see that this was definitely red Loctite that was used. You can actually see some of the red dried up Loctite, which again, not ideal for this setup because it's too strong. It doesn't necessarily need to be that tight. So it just gave me a little bit more hassle than necessary. So this I'm not worried about. We're going to put this to the side because we don't need any more of these parts. Now we have the strip down, and you can actually see a little bit of the blue Loctite on the other side. That's really going to be useless. What you see there, it's just going to dry up and go away. But what's on the threads is going to hold it nice and firm for us and still be removable. But now the holster is pretty much naked now. We can attach the brackets the way we want. So what's going to happen with this one is we are going to attach these loops here for the inside the waistband. So then what this will allow is the whole holster will go into the pants, and then the outside loop here, a clip, will clip onto the waistband itself. This is kind of where I use the pencil, because obviously here we have got quite a few different settings, and depending on what type of attachment, what brand, what company, it will depend on what size, where you put it on there, and so forth. But what we want to figure out here is how far I want the holster to be to ride down in the pants. So again, that's personal preference. Some people want the holster to be deeper, and some people want it a little higher. So it's real personal preference on where you want it. I kind of want it so that the grip itself, when it's in the holster, okay, is just like kind of where my hand is basically where my pants would go. So I have enough room to get my hand into there and draw the pistol out, but it's still far enough in there that it's concealed. If you ride it real high, for me at least, I found the gun, even with a really good tight belt, it wants to move around like that. So it's something it's a balance you're gonna have to try to find what works best for you. The other thing you'll notice is there's these little rubber grommets, spacers, whatever you want to call them. The reason that they're typically here is that they allow the holster to be more tuckable. In other words, one of the advantages of this is that once this goes into the pant, you can still tuck your shirt in behind here. If you don't have the grommet and it's really close by, as long as you're down low enough, you can still put your shirt in there. But if it was a little higher, typically that little bit of space gives you just a little bit more room to put your material in. But it's up to you. I think it probably also has something to do with keeping it stable in the holster. Again, I wear lots of holsters, but I don't make them, so just my observation there. So this particular brand of clips or loops here line up perfectly with the holes that I want here. Rather than putting two screws next to each other, if you can skip a space, if you have an option, that's going to give it more strength on here. And you can move this belt loop in or out, however you want to do it. Typically, the further out kind of disperses the weight a little bit better. I'm going to try right here because that seems about right to me from my experience. We'll put it on loosely first and just test it. And then when we put the second set on, I like a zero cant, so I like my holster to be totally straight up and down. Some people like a little bit of a cant to their gun in whatever direction you want to use, typically a little bit of forward cant. So you can move one up, lower, or down to make that happen. Again, I like mine at a 0 cant. So again, don't put Loctite on here right now and tighten it all down because we're not exactly sure that's what we want. So as you can see here, there's different lengths of screws, and you can go to like holstersmith.com and wherever you buy your holster from, and typically they sell kits with different size washers and spacers and whatnot. Since we're going to be going through a washer, I need a little bit longer screw than the one that came with the holster because there was no spacers or backers on that holster. One of the things you saw me earlier, I was using a drill, but just to remove them. I don't recommend you using a drill putting them in because you can over torque it, and you don't want that. Also, if you have to in a pinch reuse a screw or something, especially that has Loctite of any kind on it, get yourself a good steel wool, a steel brush to clean the threads out. Otherwise, it's going to bind in there and be a mess. Like I said, we're not going to put any permanent solution on or any Loctite on it yet. This is the first setup. I'm going to put the next one on there, and then I'm going to fit it on my body. They're both attached. Again, no Loctite, and we're going to test fit it here. So again, this will go down inside the pant. That will clip over the top. There's our gun in there. So this is where I kind of feel is the grip where I want it to be. And that actually, surprisingly, I got that right on the first try, so that my hand clears the pant area here. I can get my fingers in there, and I can get a nice smooth draw. So I'm happy with that setup. So now we have this set up the way I want. What I'm going to do one by one, I'm just going to back these screws out. And you can leave them partially in or take them all the way out. It's up to you. I just have my finger on the back here so it doesn't push that piece out. Take your Loctite, shake it up a little bit. Again, this is going to be the blue removable Loctite. And then I'm going to put a fair amount on the threads itself. Okay. And then again, I manually now, not with the drill, I manually tighten down each screw. And I'm going to tighten it down so it's pretty tight, but not to the point where I'm going to strip the screws or anything like that. But I want a good snug fit, and that Loctite will ensure that it will stay exactly where I want it without backing out on me in months and years to come. So there you have it. We're done with this. We have our set screw for our retention set. We have our new attachment points, whatever they may be for you, and we set it up so that we have a good fit in the way we want to carry it. And we just took it from another holster, but of course, you can get these accessories and parts you want from the holster manufacturer or online, whatever the case is, to set up the holster the way you want it. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. You can find our A-list stuff on Patreon. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Until next time, remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Plastic, rubber, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, I'll get it. Okay.